Excuse the noise that you'll be hearing. It's my washing machine. I just put some clothes to wash. I was gonna go to the gym real early today, but I ain't have any clothes to go in. So yeah. But I'm a big fan of wrestling. For those of you who don't know, I don't think many of you know because I haven't mentioned it in that many videos. I believe I mentioned it in the last video that I made in regards to recreating yourself and how this version of you currently isn't enough to achieve the goals you desire. I'm pretty sure that was the last video I posted. I hope that doesn't make that much noise because I've never heard that machine make that much noise. And now today that I want to film a video, it wants to make all the noise in the fucking world. I'm telling you, bro. But one thing I love about wrestling is that it's just pure storytelling. You know, people talk about the moves and the high flying spots and the chair shots and the weapon use, but in reality, a lot of it is just it's all just telling stories. Just telling stories. There's a bad guy, there's a good guy, and the purpose of these two wrestlers, the purpose of the bad guy is to get you to cheer for the good guy. That's why the bad guy is a bad guy. That's why he does things like attack the wrestler behind the referee's back, use dirty moves like a low blow. For those of you who don't know what a low blow is, it's just like you do this to somebody's crotch. Like you just, like let's just say, I'm not gonna get up because some of you guys are weird. I'm not gonna show you guys my crotch. But things like that, or poking the wrestler's eyes when the referee isn't looking, things like that. The whole purpose of said bad guy is to get you to cheer for the good guy, is to get you to feel sympathy for the good guy. So that eventually, because another thing is that in these matches, in order for you to even feel sympathy for the good guy, he can't win right off the get-go. He can't win the match. You know, he can't just beat the shit out of the bad guy because then you're looking and like, is the bad guy even the bad guy? Because the good guy's whooping his ass. You know, the good guy didn't go through any struggle, any adversity, which is why in the best matches, or usually the template for a lot of classic matches between good and bad guys, the good guy gets the shit beaten out of him. Like, not to the point where they fucking call an ambulance, but he gets beaten up a good amount, a very good amount, and the heel, the bad guy will use dirty tactics, like I mentioned earlier, poking the eyes or doing certain things behind the referee's back, even sneaking in a weapon. And the whole point is to show you that, like, is to garner sympathy for the good guy because he's getting the shit beaten out of him, and it's not fair, you know. Like the audience. This is what's so beautiful about wrestling. The audience literally sees it happen in real time. Like they see and they feel it instantly. Like they feel the sympathy instantly. And eventually this all leads to the comeback spot, which is where through one way or another, whether it just be from sheer heart that despite being beaten up so bad, the babyface or the good guy just eventually rises up and he just, despite being hurt, despite being damaged, he fights back. He starts fighting back and he starts laying the smack down on the bad guy, or whether it be just because he just like found a, I don't know, he slipped out of a move. Like let's just say heel, the bad guy tries to hit the guy with the power bomb and he slips out, sunset flip. And I'd like to think that most of you want to consider yourself the good guys. Not because you guys are fucking John Cena, or that you guys want to be Superman, but I like to consider myself a hero, all right? I don't want to be a villain. I think that's weird. I don't have any hatred towards anybody to be seeing myself as a villain. Because I know there was that one trend on TikTok where people were talking about like being in their villain arc. That's fucking weird. That's weird, man. I'm so glad I'm not on TikTok anymore. I remember seeing that, and the only thing that was cool was the music that they play in the actual videos. It was kind of cool. But I'd like to. My point is, I like to see myself as a hero. And realizing it now, the hero's getting beaten up. A majority of the fight, the hero's getting beaten the fuck up. The hero's getting fucking. The hero's getting, what's that shit called? Mollywopped. I'm just coming up with other words for beat up. The hero's getting rocked. Hero's getting the shit beaten out of him. And another thing, I saw a video in regards to wrestling psychology, which is basically like the stories behind the match and whatnot, how matches work, from a legend, Raven. And he explains that in order to show heart and to show that like the good guy has like heart and fire and passion, you don't have to fucking be just unload. Oh, I just hit myself. You don't have to be unloading on the bad guy all the time. You don't have to be going balls to the wall on the bad guy, because number one, it's unnecessary. Number two, it'll just make the bad guy not look that bad. You know, if the bad guy knocks you down 3 times and you get up 3 times, like with no problem, and just unload like nothing happened. What shows heart and determination and fire is just a simple act of getting up. It's just a simple act of being knocked down, no matter how bad, and you still get up. You still get up, clutching your ribs, holding your shoulder, and like showing it in your face. You don't do this in real life, but obviously wrestling is very different because they have cameras everywhere and they're recording everything. But something as simple as, like, let's just say I got knocked down. And I'm still up. I'm still up. Even if my shoulder's fucked, I'm still up. That's what shows heart. You know, not just me fucking unloading on the camera like like nothing happened. It's something that it's just as simple as getting up. Despite having the shit kicked out of you, you still get up. And that applies to life. You know, it's funny how that quote is very, or that advice is very similar to that one quote that Sylvester Stallone said. I don't know what the movie was. I don't remember, but it's not about how hard you can hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and get back up and keep moving like nothing happened. You're gonna get the shit kicked out of you, bro. You are going to get the living shit kicked out of you. By life, by society, by the pressure of others around you that want you to do something that you don't want to do. And you shouldn't avoid it. Don't. It's what'll make your comeback, and it's what'll make your victory that much more satisfying and that much more powerful. The hero's getting his ass whooped 80% of the movie. But he still wins in the end. That'd be easy.